Hi, and welcome to another episode of Wrenchie. If you recall, we've been working on our 2012 Ninja 1000 and doing a bunch of periodic maintenance in an effort to save over $1,800 in parts and labor. We've already finished our oil change, our air filter install, which was a reconditioning of our K&N air filter, a coolant change, and now we're up to the spark plugs. So let's get wrenching. Okay, now we're going to take out the air box so we can get access to the spark plugs. To do that, we're going to need to take off this hose clamp and all of these screws and this one nut, this one bolt up here. So let's go ahead and do the clamp first. A pair of pliers and just put that clamp back like that. Do one-handed. And there we go. That hose is off. Okay, so let's get after these screws. Okay, that's all the screws. Okay, in order to get the air cleaner housing off, you've got to loosen up clamps that hold the throttle bodies on to the, I guess, the rubber coupling there. And that's done on both sides. Down here, there's this Allen screw right here. Has to be loosened, and one on the other side. And it's just a clamp. Don't back it off all the way, just get it loose. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, that should be good. Okay, now we've got those two clamps loosened. We just should be able to wiggle this off. There it goes. Carefully. Oh, there's also a connector here, wire connector here. That has to come off. What else? Oh, so we have a vacuum line here. Right there. There we go. And we are free. So here's our air box, and you can see all the crud inside there that we want to get out. But now that it's off the bike, we can go at it with the rags and cleaner if we need to. Nothing's really sticking, but we want to get that cleaned out best we can. So here's the top of the engine. There's a little rubber heat shield, I guess, on top. These are the ignition coils. Here's cylinder 4, 3, 2, and 1 is way in the corner in an almost impossible location underneath throttle cables, wiring harnesses, and all kinds of debris in the way. So we'll do that one last. But the trick is, these are really long stems. They go all that way down to the cylinder head, and the plug is at the bottom. So these just pull up like that. And then we'll get our plug wrench. Down inside. And it come out. There it is. There's our spark plug. Oh, there's our spark plug. So these are the these are standard stock spark plugs. Nothing special about them, although they say they're very special. The iridium, laser iridium. So, in the past, I have taken the feeler gauge out and gapped these, but I found that they're right on every time. So I don't even bother gapping them anymore. I've done, I don't know, 5 or 6 boxes of these things, and they're all just spot on. So I find it's sort of a waste of time. Maybe you'll want to do that. That's up to you. And we'll just get that, make sure you don't cross thread this. I mean, this is like the critical part. Cross thread this, you just bought yourself a new cylinder head. And we'll get that hand tightened. The torque spec on these are really, really low. In fact, I'll have to look up what they are. All right, so I looked up the torque spec, and it's very interesting. It's 115 inch-pounds, which is about 10 inch-pounds, or 10 foot-pounds is 120 inch-pounds, which is too much, so it's like 9 foot-pounds. My torque wrench, I don't have a inch-pounds torque wrench. Mine only goes down to 10 foot-pounds, which is too much. So basically, it's a half turn after finger tight. So, and there it is. So it clicked. Yep, that clicked. That's it. So they are not, do not over torque them. You'll be very unhappy when you do. Now let's go and put the igniter back on here. I just want to make sure that's all the way seated. And you'll feel it click in there. Okay, I'm going to do this one now. Made that so much easier. had it. It's kind of like playing Operation. Success. Okay, we're going to put the air box back in. So we've got, this is the front, which goes up here. You can see we have a vacuum line, air line that we have to connect right here. Then we've got another line that goes on the back that we took off, and a sensor connector that we have to put in. So let's get that hooked up. Now let's attach the hose up front first. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your part's been full of screws for the air filters. We'll get that all put back together. This goes, drops in, just like that. Okay, now we just need to put this little hanger back on. We can drop the tank back down. Won't you rub your fingers?